What's up, survivors? Welcome back to another one. Okay, guys, so this one's a little bit of a voiceover at the beginning here because I'm actually recording the editing and the voiceover for this almost a week after I did the actual footage for this. And that's because this past week has been, it's been a little crazy. And that's mainly due to the fact that it was my daughter's birthday. She turned 5 years old. So I apologize that there hasn't been any videos out for a little over a week, but it's been pretty chaotic trying to get everything set up and doing stuff. And, you know, obviously I'm spending time with my kid and just everything else. So things got kind of chaotic. So I took a step back for about a week. So I do apologize. I do have plenty of footage, and I will try to get all that out here as quickly as I can for you guys, so, you know, we're not falling behind too far. But in today's episode, we're going to be going over to get Sorcery in the Maproom today. And a couple of things that I'm actually covering right now in the clip is if you learn the perfected weapons and stuff like that, make sure to go back, because it doesn't actually tell you you can make certain ones, but you can. So make sure you double check those. And also right here, I was talking about how we got a greater rhino and a greater tiger, the white tiger, on the very first try from those ones that we brought back. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. The greater rhinoceros is definitely very good and has a lot of health. It has like 2,400 health or something like that. Very useful. It is strictly a combat pet. You can't ride the greater rhino because like right here I was kind of looking for it and I was trying to double check one of the skins for the greater rhino, and just to show you guys that they're all combat ones, but the greater rhino itself can only be skinned for the caravan. Now it doesn't get to keep its size and stats, but you can for the caravan. And then the white tiger, I talked about that a little bit as well too. But probably what I'm going to do here in a hot second is I'm just going to skip forward to where we meet up at the end of the river. And we're going to get started on how to unlock Sorcery first. And then right after Sorcery, we're going to head over to the unnamed city and unlock the map room. So I'm going to cut it here in a hot second, and I will bring you guys back with a full-blown commentary as part of the episode. And yeah, we'll start off there. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, we are here. Made it all the way down to here. So we're right on the beach just before we cross the river. Now we are going to cross the river and kind of follow this path right here up along the edge of the unnamed city until we get right about here somewhere, and that's where the sorcerer cave is going to be. Now, if you are killing sorcerers in the wild, eventually they will drop a map that will show an X on them nearby this location. That basically is the sorcerer's cave where you unlock the magic for sorcery. That is well, the back of it is known as the, I think it's the cave of Karuk, or whatever his name is, the guy that you eventually have to kill, the final boss for the Age of Sorcery. So we're just going to go up here. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind when going up here, guys, is that, oh, you know what? There was that rock nose. We passed it. Hold up. Let's go get it real quick. Yeah, let's grab that rock nose real fast. It's up here. There is a corrupted rock nose, by the way, guys, up here. I did mention it previously when we were up here for Nunu, the cannibal priest. And you can find a corrupted rock nose right there. You can kind of barely see it. There he is. We gotta switch over to our blunted weapon because he is a rock nose. He's gonna knock me off the cliff if he keeps doing that. Oh yeah. There we go. Get off, farm him real quick for the 15. Oh, whoa. Hello, 39. Okay, well, we got 39 that time. Should have gotten 15. Oh, yeah, times 3. Duh. Just gonna throw this stuff out just to keep our weight down. All right. So yeah, don't forget there is a blood crystal rock nose over here by Nunu, near Shaman's Rise, right here. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, you're going to head up here to this tree. You're going to pass this tree. Now keep in mind there will be a lot of hyenas. But if you're at least 20 plus, hyenas shouldn't be an issue for you at this point, as long as you've got some medium armor minimum. And is that a greater? No, that's not a corrupted. Nope, that's just a spotted. See, these guys are just hyenas, so we'll use our bladed weapon, our flesh weapon on them. Oh, she's on, crap, that's right. There we go. Let me click on her real quick and put her on, attack all. There we go. All right. All right, there we go. And then we're going to come over this way. We want to stay near the river. Now, there is a little bit of a drop off right here, but it is nothing too crazy. You could go down and back up, but I highly recommend you just get off your high horse and climb over that edge as soon as my horse actually stops getting stuck. So yeah, you could just go over there to get off, but you know what? Get off your high horse, climb over this little edge, problem solved. Now you could go higher up, because there is a path up there, but really it is you want to come up here. You're going to follow this path right here. You're going to see this kind of bridge-like archway made out of stone, and then you're just going to follow this up all the way until you see a cave. Actually, let me get on my horse real quick, because it is a little bit up that way still. You should see a cave right over here. Should be right here. Right there. Right there. Yep, that's what happens when you're going too fast. God flippin' darn it. I'm stuck. Come on, horsey. Move, horsey. Oh, hello, that's a corrupted. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. I was stuck on my horse, I couldn't get off. It's alright, she's got it. Awesome. Phew! If this was on my server, I would have been dead. Got some silver ore and some demon blood. Not too... You're not harvested yet? Dang. Alright, I'm actually going to get rid of all that. I'm going to keep the demon blood and the silver ore. So we can use all of that later, so we're going to keep all that. Alright. Now, since I decided to fall off a cliff, we're just going to run up here. Turn this corner and climb right here, and the cave should be right above us. Ta-ta-da-da! Oh, for some reason I have a bunch of flesh on me. We're going to drop that. We also leveled up, so we're going to put our points into strength. We're going to put down our sleeping bag. Not that I think we're going to die, but oh, we're going to have to... Not allowed there because we're too close to the entrance. There we go. Place our sleeping bag. Oh, by the way, if you're ever on like a slope and you can't place something, let me show you guys here real quick. So, should have shown this sooner, but you see how I can't place right there? If you press R or whatever button allows you on the side, even with the terrain, it'll kind of make it a little bit more eligible for the terrain. Now, not every single time it'll work, but sometimes it will leave some gaps where you can place it. So, just for future reference, just hit the terrain button that allows you to even with the terrain, and it should help find a better positioning. Alright, so we're going to leave our horse behind because I don't want to take it with me. There you go, place you up there. We're going to swap out to our mallet because these are undeads. Even though they shouldn't take bleed, but I believe they still do. Now, the undead shellbacks right here, they cannot leave this cave. So you should be safe if you have to run. Yeah, he's not taking the bleed damage. So I think they fixed it. Because they were taking the bleed damage before. Alright, I was curious. I just had to check it. But yeah, you're really going to want to use a blunted weapon on these guys because they're more acceptable to that. You also get a lot of putrid meat off of them, and a little bit of demon blood and sulfur as well. Okay, so we're going to head in here. Also, you do gain corruption in here, so you will have to invest in getting a dancer soon, so be ready to do that. We're just going to let these guys do their thing. Yeah, as you can see, a lot easier to kill these guys with blunt weapons. Now, most people will ignore this little tidbit of a rule about using bladed versus blunt weapons versus pierce weapons on normal mode, like official settings, because it's really not that big of a deal. But because I play on a harder server, the damage resistance is so much higher that going against their resistance almost is stupid. Like you're literally making it hard on yourself for no reason. So knowing an enemy's resistance will make your life easier. Their resistance and weaknesses makes your life easier. Okay, so once you kill off those 4 undead shellbacks, you're going to cross this little bridge to the cave of Canut. Karu. Okay, yeah, Dum Dum's name that I can't pronounce all of a sudden. Karok. There we go. And then you're going to come back here to this altar. And you're going to look down at this tome, and you're just going to press your interaction key, and you will learn Ice Bridge and Reveal Corruption, and you'll gain the Sorcerer's Tome. You'll gain some pouches as well as your staff. And now you have officially unlocked Sorcery. So, something to keep in mind while in here is if you're walking around, you'll notice that there really isn't much in here, although you can kind of see over there, you know, there's really nothing here. Well, actually, there is. You can fall down there. It is perfectly fine to fall down there. You don't have to feel bad if you do, unless they've changed something and I don't know about it. But you can jump over here, grab onto the edge, hopefully, and then climb up here. Save your ice bridge. You don't need it. Just climb over. And then you can come to this side. Now, when you get over to this side, you can actually find some treasure coffers. So right here, get some silver coins and some silver bars. Get yourself some nice little stockpile of treasure. Then you got one right here that has, you know, some arrows and some iron in it. I'll take that tusk. I'm going to leave the rest. Got one right here. Got some obsidian. I'll take the iron, leave the rest. 4th one over here, some silver coins. And then you come back here and you have this box right here that, hello, my follower leveled up. Interesting. So you've got some iron bars, some steel bars, hardened steel bar, and a couple of 4-sided dice and some arrows. Cool. But then you have this chest right here. Can't loot it because you need a key. Yes, you need a world boss key to open that chest, which sucks. And I believe that was the last one. Oh, did she come up here? She did. So, ooh, she's level 12 now. She took some damage from something, and I'm not entirely sure what. Interesting. Alright, well, anyways. And that is the cave. Nothing too serious. You get your sorcery magic. You unlock your sorcery. Now you can have fun casting spells and all that stuff. Now, just for shits and giggles, I am going to cast my magic here real quick. So, we're gonna cast our magic, open up our spells, and then you've got past, present, and future, and nature. So we're gonna go to nature, and then right here you have summon a frozen bridge to travel the gap. And wherever your little marker is, your little dot, that is where your ice bridge is gonna go. So always remember, wherever your dot is, that is the elevation of where it's going to go. So if you're looking down when you summon it, your ice bridge is going to go down. If you're looking up high, like this, your little targeting dot, that is where it's going to go. So we're going to cancel that. And it'll stay up for, I think, like a minute or two. And then it'll disappear. But yeah, that's how you summon the your first spell, your ice bridge, which you can use to get across large gaps. And then you also have your reveal corruption spell, at least until you start unlocking more spells. All right, so like I said, we are starting to get corruption, so we are going to have to be careful. When you do get corruption, you do start taking corruption damage. Corruption damage reduces your maximum health and maximum stamina. So please, you know, keep that in mind. You will lose max health and max stamina. Now, there are two ways to get rid of corruption. The first way to get rid of corruption is the easiest, usually early game, is to just find a dancer. Any dancer that is dancing will do. They will remove corruption for you. And the second is the cleansing brew, which is a food source you get. It's a special recipe you can only learn from a special cooking book. So yeah, there's that. Also, anytime you take corruption damage, your character takes corruption. So just to kind of show you guys here real quick, you can barely see it because I don't have a lot of corruption, but if you look at my character very closely, you notice my skin is starting to get very wrinkly. My face is starting to get kind of like bony. Eventually, I will look like I haven't eaten in weeks. My skin will be very black and leathery, and yeah, and there is a spell to glamour over it so you look normal. You get like very veiny, your veins start popping out, and yeah, it's not very appealing. So keep that in mind. It will happen. So once you unlock the glamour spell, you can glamour your corruption permanently so that you will never look like you're a half-dead skeleton that still has skin walking around. Yeah. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, we are going to head into the unnamed city over here. And our goal over here is to unlock the map room. Now the map room is unlocked, I believe, right here. Yep, right here. So we are going to head here. We're going to get the very first teleporter, teleport stone, the way stone. Actually, let's go this way. Yeah, we're going to go this way to enter the unnamed city because this is the direction we need to go. So we're going to head this way. All right, so we're just going to grab sorcery, and then from sorcery, head straight to the map room. So we can get that unlocked and get that started. So the unnamed city is the capital of the ancient ones before it fell to ruins. So there are tons of zombies and lizard zombies, bat demons, as well as a handful of world bosses in here that you will eventually have to fight for the main story. So as you can see right there, already running into a bunch of skeletons. Lots and lots of skellies. You also have to be careful. There are quite a decent amount of 3 skull bosses in here. As well as a dragon. So as you can see, they aren't the strongest thing in the world. So obviously with her 700 plus armor, she's easily able to take these guys on. She's actually out healing them with her gruel. As you can see, if you're watching the minus, like there's only a handful of times they got her past 20 and then the gruel just auto healed her. But she is getting stun locked like really bad. she was getting stun locked real bad. So she got to level 13 already, so she's not doing too bad. And my horse leveled up a couple of times. Horse is level 7 already, so yeah, that skeleton's still moving. So as you can see, the skeletons are not that hard to deal with. You just have to be a little careful. Make sure you got blunted weapons. They are a lot easier to deal with a blunted weapon. Alright, so we are going to, I believe there's stairs or a way down right. Yep, right here. Here we go. So you are going to gain a little bit of corruption in some areas in here, so just be careful of that, or at least be ready for it. There are lots of different types of chests and things you can find in this place. So if you're really looking for some stuff to grab, you can try to look for a couple of chests.
I will drain your blood.
Get rid of those guys. And what we are heading to is that building right over there with that little tablet spire right there. As you get close, you're going to start running into more of these skeleton lizard men's right here, like this guy. They are a little bit tougher. They got almost 700 health, and they do hurt, so be careful. But your thrall, if you have one, and with heavy armor and a blunt weapon, should be able to take them out pretty easily. As long as you've got a blunt weapon, you can help out a little bit too as well, so shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Sorry, we're going to send our guy over there to deal with them on her own, just because we want to heal up a little bit. Oh, he's coming after us. Gonna send her after the lizard man. Get out of my way. I don't want to get hit. Alright, there we go. She nicked it, which means that she got it on her. I can deal with the skeletons. Obviously, if I got off, it would be a lot easier. There we go. Alright, so we're gaining corruption again. Nothing too seriously. Go. Alright, she's 14, not doing too bad. Killed a couple of more. Alright, and then we're going to get off of our mount right now. We're going to run over to this thing right here. Now, this is an obelisk. So if you run up to it, you can attune to the obelisk, which now allows you to teleport here with a map room. And then you're going to come into this area right here. Oh, our stomach hurts because we need to eat. There we go. Oh, we need to drink a little bit more too. There we go. Now, sometimes you can find a box around here. Almost positive there was a box. I'm not seeing it. Alright, maybe I was wrong. I know there's some in the inside, but I could have sworn there was a couple on the outside too. Alright, so there's going to be some skeletons in here, so you're going to have to deal with them coming up here. There's one box. Oh, look at that. We found a treasure. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab that. Alright, you're going to come down here. And who you're going to talk to is that ghost over there. And there's nothing in this room unless you're on a private server and they're fucking with you. Wink, wink, my server. Oh, God. Good times, good times. All right, so you're going to come over here and you're going to talk to this lovely ghost over here, the architect. Okay, when you speak to him, if he lets me, there we go.
Do not be afraid, bonded one. I am just a shadow, a whisper of what once was. Before the fall, when this kingdom raised knighted pillars of black stone to the sky, I was called the Archivist.
Archivist, whatever. So anyways, so there are two things you can do, well, three things you can do here. You can talk to him to kind of understand a little bit of the story. You can learn choreographing, which teaches you the map room, which is this big thing over here. And then you can also exchange a memory of oil for 5 fragments of power.
Bring me back knowledge.
Yeah, bring him back knowledge. Now, also, if you come over, I think it's this one. Oh, it's not that one. Which one is it? Is it this one? One of these you can interact with. Or maybe it's just not doing it right now. But if you trade in fragments of power, you can learn rare recipes. This one right here. So apparently I just traded in a fragment or something and I learned... Nope, I just got a scroll. That's weird. Whatever. So you can come up here and if you exchange a fragment of power, you can learn a scroll. Now you can learn ancient weapons, armor. You can learn the ability for faster elevators and all kinds of stuff. There's, I think, 20 or 25 different types of scrolls you can get, ranging from all, like I said, all different things from building pieces all the way to weapons and armor to all kinds of stuff. And it is complete RNG what you get. You might have to exchange 50 fragments of power. You might have to exchange 500 fragments of power to unlock everything. It's complete RNG because you can definitely get doubles, triples, or even quadruples. All right. And again, that is the map room. So it's technically back here, but the entrance is right here. Now, the reason why it's all the way back here is, as you can see right here, there's a ceiling and there's kind of a hole. So if you wanted to, you could come to this location right here, okay, and you could just jump down this hole right down into here if you wanted to. Now, would you survive? Well, probably not. Could you build an elevator that just leads right down here? Yes, you could. Easily. Quite easily, actually. And just bypass running all the way down here and accessing all that. So yeah, that's how you unlock the map room. And if we come in here, knowledge, will it be down here? Nope, it's not showing down here. Yep, that's the library that I clicked on right there. So we now have access to the library. And then the map room, which we have access to now. There we go. So the choreographer, which is the map room. So you got map room and corrupted stones. So the map room has to be crafted with the construction hammer, and you need corrupted stones to make the map room. The corrupted stones are made at an alchemist bench. So if we pull out our sorcerer, or not our sorcerer staff, our construction hammer, click on 5, get out of this hole real quick. Okay. Trying to remember, was it under? I'm an idiot. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, guys. Special. There we go. There you go. It's pretty big. Okay, so you're gonna need a nice piece of land to place this on to make it even. But as you can see, it takes 200 corrupted stones, 35 iron reinforcements, 75 alchemic base, and 50 crystals to make one map room. Yeah. And I'll show you guys how to make corrupted stones when we get back to the base. All right, I'm going to run back to base. We're not going to explore the unnamed city in this episode. We'll explore that in another episode. And then again, there's the Shellback Hollows, which is where you learn sorcery. And then the back of Shellback Hollows is the Cave of Karuk. So that's where you learn your actual sorcery magic to start sorcery for Conan. So as you can see, it is very close to the early game areas. You don't have to travel far to unlock all this stuff. All right. See you guys back at base. All right, we are back. So we're going to come over here to the fireball. No, wrong one. We're going to come over here to the alchemist workbench. And right up here, we now have some more stuff. Okay, so first and foremost, I did talk about when we were doing the weapons and upgrading our armor to heavy armor and our weapons to steel weapons and tools. I also unlocked the concentrated aloe potion and the numbing wrap. Now the concentrated aloe potion is a tier 3 potion, because you have the starter ones that are tier 1, then you have the second tier ones that you unlock, which are the aloe extract and the healing wraps, and then you have the third tier, which is the concentrated aloe extract, which takes 30 aloe leaves and 1 alchemy base. And then you have the numbing wraps, which takes 20 aloe leaves, 10 leather, and 1 alchemic base to make those. Okay, so that's how you make these. These are definitely worth doing, especially the concentrated aloe extract. If you are killing bearers and opening their backpacks, there is a high chance, especially if you're opening up level 3 bearers, of getting a stack of 1,000 of alchemic base. So it shouldn't be too difficult to do. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for them to do that. All right. Second thing, when we unlock sorcery, we also unlock the ability to make our own sorcery recipes. Now, when casting a spell, some spells specifically, I'd say about 95% of all the magic in the game from sorcery requires one of 3, the burlap, the cloth, or the leather pouch to cast the spell. So the burlap pouch takes twine, putrid meat, and bone. The cloth takes leather, demon blood, gold dust, and bone meal. And the leather pouch takes thick leather, sacrificial blood, 5 alchemist base, and 1 withered skull. Now, the withered skull part usually gets people a little annoyed, because there aren't too many ways to easily farm withered skulls unless you have the spider religion unlocked. If you have the spider religion unlocked, you can use the ritual weapon to farm spiders, and they will give you sacks, and in those sacks you can get stacks of withered skulls really easily. And I will cover that when we go to unlock that religion in a later episode, because that is in a cave that it's not hard to do, but it is a very dangerous cave. And if I remember correctly, it's up here, somewhere up here. I think it's up here, or it's over here. Oh, no, it's up here. It's up here. It's up here. Yeah. It's up here because it's by the aqueduct. That's where you unlock the spider religion, because there's an NPC in the cave just before you get to the 3 skull boss, and you have to talk to them and blah, 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 but it's back there. We'll get to that in a later episode. But just in case you're curious that where you can unlock the Zath religion, there is a spider cave located up here near the aqueducts. You go inside, fight past about 20 or 30 smaller spiders. Some of them are a little bit tougher, but before you get to the boss room, there should be an NPC standing there. You talk to the NPC and you learn the religion. All right. And that's the best way to farm withered skulls, is to use that religion's religious tool. Okay. So now that we get that done, now corrupted stones. Now corrupted stones take 3 items, which are really not that hard to farm. You need 1 demon blood, 1 ichor, and 2 stone. That's it. You just need a ton of it, because you need 200 of these to make 1 Maproom. So that's 200 demon blood, 200 ichor, which the ichor ain't too hard. The demon blood to some extent, it's not too hard. I am playing on ×3, so I usually get about 200 per kill. But if you're playing on ×1, you might get anywhere between 30 to 70 demon blood. So you might have to kill about 3, if you're unlucky, 4 corrupted creatures to get enough demon blood to make 1 map room. So yeah, it does take a little bit of a grind to make a map room, but if you're determined, awesome. Like I said, sorcery is actually your best option for teleporting around, because when you unlock the final level of sorcery, you get the sorcerer's teleportation stone, which allows you to set up multiple teleport points anywhere on the map, where the map room only allows you to teleport to fixed positions on the map. Those keystones, like the one that I had clicked on, that was right here in front of the archivist's entrance, I can only teleport to that location with the map room, or I can only teleport to the keystone that's located right here, or I can only teleport to the keystone outside the arena. So it's like that. They're very fixed locations. So, and there's enough of them in every area that you can get around the map pretty decently, but it does kind of suck. But anyways, guys, all right, so I'm just going to end it here for now. Hopefully this guide was helpful in your guys' endeavor on unlocking sorcery, unlocking your map room, and how to do all that stuff, what you'll need to craft it and how to craft it, as well as what types of spells. We'll dive into all that stuff later. If it'd be a whole episode talking about magic. And I know I haven't touched religion yet. I will get to religion hopefully here shortly soon too, because we do need to start doing that, because that is a big part of the game, especially for some of the religions. Like if you do the set religion, you can get like poison arrows really easily early game, which are very useful for fighting a lot of the 3 skull bosses while your NPC is tanking and stuff like. Oh wow, 820 already. Wow. But anyways, all right guys, remember, as always, if you guys have any type of comment you guys want to leave about a guide suggestion that you really want, please don't hesitate to ask. As well as, don't forget that to be respectful as humanly possible in the comments down below. And yeah, I'm gonna go place this treasure real quickly because I forgot about it. Yeah, it's just gonna sit there for now. Yep, 180 now, because that's worth 90. And take care, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.